this afternoon's session for today. We're joined by Mike Turlan, founder of Construction Buddies, and also followed by Ruth Pott, head of workplace health and wellbeing at Nuttall today. Mike is the founder of Construction Buddies. Mike's a project manager in construction for over 40 years. He has shared with us that in 2009, Mike had a mental breakdown and was trying to end his life in several different ways. Unfortunately, none of that worked, and Mike's with us today. Mike started Bentley Mental Health, which is aimed at getting people to talk about mental health awareness, but it didn't stop there. Mike did more. He wanted to do more for the construction industry. So Mike started Construction Buddies with the aim to help all construction workers in the UK with their mental health problems. So at some stage, take a look at the website and see how you can look for help. But Mike's here today to talk to us about Construction Buddies. Welcome, Mike.
Hello, and thank you for having me. Well, I after starting Bentley Mental Health and touring the UK, after obviously several attempts trying to end my own life, I found that people was opening up to me about their issues after reading my story. So that I got such amazing response from that I thought, okay, I'm a project manager in construction. I want to do more for help the guys that I work with every day. And when people started seeing what I'd done at car events, the guys on site started to open up about their issues. So then I thought, well, okay, let's start Construction Buddies. And that's where Construction Buddies was founded. And I now travel all over the UK with the truck as well and get people open about their mental health issues. And I found at the car events, they were so relaxed. Everyone was so relaxed at car events, they didn't expect to talk about mental health at car events, but they did. And as word got around, and obviously more and more people opened up about their issues. I wanted people on site to know that there was someone that they could turn to and talk to about their issues. Suicide doesn't have to be an option. I've never hidden away from the issues that I've had of my own. I suffer with bipolar, and obviously, as you said about taking my own life, tried it several times and failed miserably, which at the time I was very disappointed that I failed because I didn't want to live because of all the people I lost in my life, and I just felt no one would miss me. But you're so wrong when you think people will never miss you, sort of thing, because they do. So then I obviously encourage other people now to open up and talk about their issues. So the aim of Construction Buddies is to become the forefront in changing how mental health is viewed and how workers are cared for within the construction industry. I'm passionate about enabling companies and individuals to give their workers somewhere to turn to and if they find themselves in a struggle with their mental health issues. So we're here today to ask ourselves, what can we actually do? In 1974, the Health and Safety at Work Act came into place, and it came in with great leaps and a massive effect it made in the industry, and it made the workplace safer for everyone. But we need to follow this and apply this to ourselves, and obviously with our mental health issues. It was viewed as an important thing within the construction industry. Mental health should be regarded as equally as important and as physical health. Just as Health and Safety Act seeks to prevent accidents and injury, we also need to do what we can to prevent mental health illness and distress. Today, we have the chance to lead the way to encourage others in the industry to follow us in developing more supportive working environments. I think as individuals, we need to have empathy, as we all have problems at home, in our private lives, deal with illness, bereavement, death, divorce, etc. We must do more to understand the must do more to think about, obviously, all our other workers we work with, because obviously a lot of them are obviously dealing with their own problems, and lots of times they just don't open up. I've always stressed the importance of maintaining an open door policy and being approachable within the construction sites. And it's so important on construction sites to have like toolbox talks, because at least that way then people know they can talk to you, anyone. And obviously it's a time for everyone to bond together and as a group. They can't expect to come to work every day to do their job if they're already stressed out. One of my award-winning sites, I created a small peaceful room where guys could just go and sit and relax, listen to music if they want to, pray. I even had basketball on the sites, done monthly barbecues for the guys. It was all stuff to make the guys feel good on site. And it's all about, you don't want to go to work and actually come home feeling more stressed than you were when you went to work. You want to go home feeling actually better. That was a great day at work, sort of thing. And that's what we need to achieve. And I felt like with what I was doing on my sites is obviously encouraging people to enjoy work, not go home stressed, and then knowing that they could talk about their issues. We need to do more, not just intend to do more. I found that lots of companies that I deal with are doing tick boxing exercises. They're all saying, yeah, we're doing this for our guys and doing that for our guys, but they're not actually doing it. I've had so many companies that say they're doing this stuff, and then their employers phone me and email me and say, Mike, they're not actually doing what they're saying. It's just all to look good for the industry that they're in. And I think that's what the problem is in lots of companies. They're not actually doing what they should do. But we need to start changing that. And we can change that now. We don't have to let our guys suffer. In fact, lots of the guys I speak to feel like now they're like in limbo, abandoned by their companies. Also, like with counselling at the moment, lots of people are getting counselling, and then after 4 or 5 sessions, they're getting dumped or saying, sorry, you've had your limit with us and we can't do any more. It's again, it needs to change. We're just not doing what we should do. We need to start leading the way. There is more than two suicides just in construction, but that's just in the UK. But that will change. I'm sure you've heard loads of statistics throughout the day so far, but they're old statistics. They're not 2022. These statistics now will, as soon as someone does it this year, I'd be very surprised if it's not more than that. And every 40 seconds, someone dies in the UK through suicide. And again, once we get the new statistic, we're hoping that it's going to be a lot less than that. But the way obviously everyone's worrying about money and fuel and job security and everything else at the moment, then they're all worried. So those statistics may change. So we need to sort of keep an eye on those, because that could be quite worrying sort of thing. I always get asked, how do we know if someone wants to commit suicide? What are the symptoms? Well, that's it. You don't see the signs and symptoms. Lots of times you could be talking to someone. If someone's standing at a bridge ready to jump off, yeah, you think, oh, okay, he obviously wants to commit suicide. But some of the people I work on site with, they run around like headless chicken and laughing and joking. And then you find out they've got massive issues when they actually talk to you about what's going on in their lives. But so it's not always seeing the people that may be sitting in the corner with their hands over their heads. It could be the guy that's running around laughing and joking, and you think, oh, what's up with him today? He's too happy. But he's actually the one that's got the biggest problems. So we don't always show what we're doing. I didn't. No one actually thought I had a problem, even when I went in a mental home. And they said to me, the psychiatrist said to my brother, how's Mike look? And they said, the same as normal. And they said, that's my problem, sort of thing. You don't see that there is an issue. He looks normal. So I say they hide all their problems, but together we can start changing this. I say, from owners of companies are suffering at the moment with their mental health because of the rising cost of materials and things like that. There's so much that obviously affects them. We all sort of like say the construction company needs to do more for their staff, but we need to think about the owners as well. I'm not an owner. I'm just a project manager on a construction site. But there is so many people out there that email me that are saying, well, they're owner of a company. What about us, sort of thing? And it's true. We actually just always comment about work construction. Companies need to do more for their staff, but the owners are suffering, the project managers, the directors, everyone, health and safety. God, I get so many emails from health and safety people on my LinkedIn page where they, when I do polls on there, and you'd be surprised how many people are actually suffering. But also I find within, we all say like you need mental health first aiders in construction, but we need to make sure we got people to look after them. Because I know, like even like what I do, I'm only a campaigner, but that affects my mental health as well. We obviously listen to everybody else's issues. You can't listen to everyone's issues all the time and obviously not affect you, which it does. So we need to sort of make sure we're looking after the people that look after us. We need to make sure there's always a next step up to obviously make sure we are protecting every one of us, our staff, sort of thing. So all I'm trying to say is, like, let's make it happen. We have the opportunity to start today to make the UK a lot better, sort of thing. I'm only a very small cog in a big wheel in the mental health thing, but it's growing. I had 52,000 views just last week, just on my LinkedIn, which is amazing for me for what I'm trying to achieve. I've only really started the Construction Buddies mainly since just before Christmas, and it's got up to 6,500 connections now. But we need to grow bigger. My aim is now to start my own charity, which is starting. I'm planning on starting in next week. It's got a really nice name to it. I don't know if I can actually say the name yet because I'm just don't want anybody else to take it, but I think it's quite a good name. And that all that money will be going to fund counselling to help people that can't afford counselling. And so at the moment I use 50% of my salary each month because I'm passionate about helping others. But I need to partner up with companies so we can actually make Construction Buddies bigger in the UK. So if anyone needs any information, they can look at my websites. I've got bentleymentalhealth.com and constructionbuddies.co.uk. So remember, it's good to talk and have the ability to listen. So that's it, really. I think I don't know what else to say apart from it's good to talk. We all need to sort of like open up about our feelings. So many people hide what's going on in their head, but by getting it out, it stops your head from sort of all the stress that builds up inside is a killer. So just be wary and talk to our counsellors on my websites. Thank you.
Wow, thanks, Mike. Very much a first-hand, genuine, and reading the comments, relatable, touching story. Absolutely frontline, personable, first-hand, and you're very clearly passionate about what you do. So, thank you for coming along to today. Everybody's going to take a bit away from that, and we look forward to seeing what your charity is, mate. And well done.
Thank you.
So, moving